What's up, Lawn Care Nation? Dax, Next Door Lawn Care. So the topic for today is seasonal lawn care, how to keep your lawns green year-round here in Central Florida. There's a couple different tips, tricks, different ways you can go about doing it. Just stuck in the school traffic, so I figured I'd take a couple minutes and talk about this. So part of my packaging, which is another topic that I'm going to get into later. I'm going to start making a little bit longer. I do a lot of short videos, but I'm going to start making a little bit longer videos with all my years, 26 years in the business, doing this different things that you can add to or package to get a little bit more bang for your buck. Saves your customers a little bit of money in the long run, but it gives you more of a guaranteed cash flow. That way, you know, if you know that you got X amount of customers, so you got 100 customers and 50% of them, you're doing liquid nitrogen, you're doing fertilizer, you're doing weed and feed, you're doing, I don't know, weed spray for beds. At least if you know that you have that customer base and you know that you can buy it in bulk, that way you're going to get your margins down, you're going to get your cost down per customer. The acquisition cost per customer. One of the hardest things to do, especially, you know, here in Central Florida, a lot of these new HOAs, these new developments, they're really regulating the water. They're like, oh, you can have Tuesdays or some shit like that. You can have like Tuesday or Wednesday, and you can only run your water one day a week. So basically, they're saying, hey, we want your grass to be alive. We put in St. Augustine or Bahia in your yard. Bahia is a lot easier to take care of because it only needs like 1 inch of water a month or some shit. So, but St. Augustine, you don't, it gets to be 100 degrees. You want to water it 1 day a week? Grass ain't gonna make it. So, even on top of that, the sand that they're putting it on is unmined. They've taken all the iron out of the sand, so you're not even getting iron saturation in the lawn. So that's just another thing that I was wanting to talk about. But as for seasonal approach, try to like add into your packages like a center. Like, I don't really do the winterizing since it doesn't really get cold enough to really winterize your lawn. If you're hitting it with a pretty good amount of nitrogen, September, October, November, somewhere in there, in the colder time of the year, doesn't really affect it. I usually like to hit a good 1, if not 2 nitrogen and iron back-to-back treatments, which gives the grass a little bit sturdier root base. But we can talk about that as well. But just wanted to kind of get your guys' your feedback on what you're looking to do. Rocking somewhere, we kind of bumped everybody to about 15 days. I keep everybody on a 10-day cut schedule, so we're going by every property every 10 days. If it isn't ready to be cut, we'll bump it to the next 5 days, and we'll take a look at it. We'll cut it then, and then go back to 10. So it's like we're working a little bit harder. But I don't really want to cut anything, especially this time of year, under like 3.5. Definitely not 3, but 3.5, 3.75, something like that. Just because if you're getting some kind of water, you want to have that saturation time. Setting the irrigation somewhere between 3:45, 4 a.m. And I actually I break all my customers down. I do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, off Thursday, Friday, off Saturday, and then I only run a half cycle on Sunday. But I'm only running for like 7 to 8 minutes per zone, which is still kicking out about 40 minutes. But if they're running 4 zones at 15 minutes, they're saving water. We're distributing it over the course of the week. So this is just a prelude to what's to come. Like I said, I got a lot of short videos. I've kind of got off of YouTube for a while. I was doing a lot of like just edging videos and whatnot, but now it's a slower season. You got to kind of start getting more into talking about the mowers that we have. I'm gonna do a review. I have let's see, we have a 42 Raptor that we use on some of the smaller lawns. We have a 36 stand-up Hustler commercial. What else we have? We have a 54 Raptor XD. We have a 48 Hustler commercial stand-up, and a 60 Super Z. And looking to do a review on all those. Of course, I run Echo everything, from edgers to the 2620 series. On the edgers, trimmers, blower is the 9010, and then I have the Shidawa. I think it's the, I don't know, it's the equivalent. I think it's 990. I don't know if it's 910 or something. I don't know. I know it's the exact same blower, just it has the alternative handle on the left side for the throttle, where the Echo has it, the throttle is on the same side. But yeah, anything from there. And then I'm also going to talk about trailer setup for efficiency. We've revamped a couple of our trailers. We got a 12 that we just redid, and we have the 16 that we had built. And well, I want to talk about that as well, about putting your money in the shit that's going to last over time. Like, buy it once and run it for 5 years, where we're getting 3 to 5 years out of the mowers. So just a couple things, put your money in the shit that's gonna return your money back to you. Also, another topic that I'm going to end up touching on. I'm not really going to do like a podcast series, but it's going to be more of like an informative series on how to bid. I've always been relatively good at bidding jobs. 26 years of doing this shit. I can eyeball it, but there is a formula to it. I kind of cross-reference it to man hours versus like efficiency. Like, if I know that I'm going to need X amount of mulch, I'm going to need X amount of palm trees, X amount of property cut, plus the routing software I also want to have another discussion with, because I'm using Jobber now. I know some other people use like Yardbook, and I think there's another one, I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, that I'm going to sample out with one of my crews. But I'm about 90% satisfied with Jobber. I think they take a lot of my money, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm paying almost $200 a month, plus they're taking a percentage of every dollar that comes in. So I mean, I get the processing fee shit. I get that, because the invoicing is pretty nice. I mean, once it's done, boom, you click it and off you go. But at the same time, what's best? I mean, handwriting an invoice for 600 customers, can't do, right? It tracks everything. I mean, it's nice, but at the end of the day, they're taking a pretty good chunk of my money. So, just a couple ideas. I'd like to get some feedback. I mean, I know there's a lot of people out here that are have the same questions. I mean, anything down to, what's the best stand-up mower? I mean, I got a 36 that when I first started, the 36 paid for my 48 and my 54, just that mower, because all of my yards at that time were in tight little neighborhoods where they all had back gates. I mean, I needed a 36 to get in the back gate. I mean, we're in and out of a yard in 8 minutes. So, you got a guy on the edger, string trimmer. You got one edging out the driveway with the blower. After he blows, I'm on the stand-up. We're in and out 8 minutes. You're knocking out 30, 40 lawns a day. $40 a lawn. I mean, the shit adds up pretty quick. So, but then as you start expanding, some of your bigger properties, you're not going to cut a quarter acre, half an acre, 2 acre, 3 acre with a 36. So I got a low grade 54 that does some nice cleanup work around some of these HOA properties. around the sidewalks. Cuts real level, cuts real nice. Easy to maintain. Blades are easy to switch out like all hustlers are. And really the Super Z, I mean, I use that for my huge commercial properties. I mean, I can knock out, 3 or 4 commercial properties easily in a couple hours with that. I mean, I basically just need the 60 and an edger, a weed eater, and a blower. I run solo with that, and my other crews take whatever else they need, and they knock out the residentials, and we just get it done. But even in the off season, I mean, we're still holding about 75% retention on our 10-day cut, and that kind of looping back to the beginning conversation about keeping the lawns healthy through the off season. Now, like when do you start treating them? What are you treating them with? Weed and feed. How are you getting rid of this dollar weed that's basically is coming in the sod? They're throwing it down the sod, and it already has it in it. It's already germinated. It's ready to go. So, what's your approach? Are you gonna thicken up the grass, or are you gonna try to kill out the dollar weed? I got some thoughts on that just based on my farming experience. You grow corn and then you kill the weeds. You don't kill the weeds and then grow corn. So, all right, well, that's about all I got for this little rant. But anyways, hopefully you guys stuck around to the end, and we'll see if we can solve some of this lawn care issues together. Once again, my name is Dax. Next Door Lawn Care here in Haines City, Davenport, Winter Haven, Point Sienna, Lake Wales. I think we got a pretty good amount of Lake Wales. We're expanding. We started off in Haines City, Davenport. Then it went Haines City, Davenport. Now we got an office shop in Winter Haven, which is opening up Dundee, Lake Wales, and then of course we got Point Sienna. So we got a pretty good chunk of change. We got a very small piece of Kissimmee. Don't really like to get too far into Kissimmee just due to the Disney traffic. It's just not worth it. But yeah, stick around. Fill out a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Any suggestions, and we'll see if we can get the conversation started and see if we can help each other out. And we'll be looking to talk to you guys soon.